What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Monday, June 9th. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about why Dog Bitcoin is pumping. Now, obviously, the whole crypto market is pumping, but Dog Bitcoin, because it's priced in sats, is pumping harder than Bitcoin. Now, what is Bitcoin going to do? Because whatever happens to Bitcoin is going to ultimately affect Dog. But I want to share with you that right now we're getting closer to a golden cross, as I've mentioned in our previous videos. Now, everything I want to share with you is the charting analysis, but most importantly, Kraken, HTX. Let's talk about all these things and where we're going to be in the next coming month. So let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X, and please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So roughly right now, Dog Bitcoin is at a 460 million market cap, up 3%, almost close to around 4% in the past 24 hours. Now, you are noticing that Dog Bitcoin is pumping. Now, just earlier this morning, we were at a 430 million market cap. All of a sudden, $30 million in inflow sent Dog Bitcoin to an uptrend. Now, it's mainly due to Bitcoin's price, because Bitcoin as well went up almost close to around 2%, around $105,000 to as close to around $108,000 at the time of this recording. Now, you must be wondering, how high is Bitcoin's price going to go? Well, let's go into Colin Talks Crypto. He has provided the global M2 money supply and correlation to Bitcoin's price. Now, based on what we're seeing on this offset of 71 days, on June 5th, we saw a bottom roughly around 103,000, and it looks like we're pumping right back up, following the trend in June. So right here, this specific section right here, that's June right there. And what Colin Talks Crypto is saying is that right now, Bitcoin's price at 108,000 is possibly going to see a huge price increase within the month of June from 108 to as high as close to 140, just based on what we're seeing on this chart. Now, imagine when Bitcoin's price pumps to 140,000. In terms of ranking for Dog on CoinMarketCap, is at 118. The whole crypto market is in green as of right now. And again, altcoins will pump harder depending on which altcoin you have than Bitcoin. And as long as liquidity and supply is fairly distributed, you can expect, like, say for instance, Dog Bitcoin to do quite well, to be in the top 100. Because right now, we're not that far away. Pudgy Penguins is at 101. Right now, we're at 118. Now, I just want to give a shout out to Kenji Dog. Kenji Dog shared a chart of Cookie.fun in terms of social ranking, social impact from the top dog influencers. I didn't realize that I was like the second largest. I mean, on other platforms I did, but I did not realize that my reach was that powerful compared to Leonidas. But I just wanted to say thank you all for supporting me, because what makes me want to push dog content every single day is because of you. And hopefully my content helps you be educated, more informed of the broader scope of things, so that you don't fall for rugs, that you become a better investor by the end of this cycle. So hopefully my videos are helpful. And if you want to support, just go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Now, moving on, let's talk about how runes have dominated the Meta Protocol Bitcoin fees. Now, Meta protocols are anything that are built on top of Bitcoin, such as Alkanes, Runes, BRC20s, and Ordinals. And I'm sure there's like a ton more that are coming out soon. And I believe that Runes right now have the most dominant share just based on this data. As you can see, right now, Runes make up 44% of the Meta Protocol of Bitcoin fees. The reason this is very important is because this is over the past 3 months. Now, you have to think about it. Why is Runes dominating? And another question is, how much does Dog Bitcoin make out of the percentage of that 44%? I feel like it's almost like 75% of it, because Dog right now has that listing coming up for Kraken and possibly other exchanges as well, which I'll talk about later in the end of the video. But this is why I'm focused on Dog. People follow the data, and you now have the data from Mazari that says Runes right now have dominated in fees. So that's where all the money's flowing into, and the interest in mindshare. Now, in other news, MoonPay just released that one of the things that's on their interns watch list is Dog Bitcoin, which is the Solana wrap version. Now, keep in mind, when you buy the Solana wrap version on Solana, you're buying part of the supply on the Bitcoin Runes protocol. Dog's token supply will always be 100 billion, especially on the Runes protocol. It will not change. It will not exceed that. It will not go below that. It's always going to be $100 billion unless somebody decides they're going to burn their tokens for some godforsaken reason. But that's what we're seeing here, is that right now people are buying Dog on Solana, which is absolutely amazing. Now, let's talk about exchanges. images. HTX has been posting a lot of images. Well, let's get and clarify. It all started with the HTX community, which absolutely featured Dog in an orange hoodie. But all of a sudden, they started posting all these other images of Dog that's completely transformed and altered. So they took the Dog itself, used AI, and replaced the orange hoodie with a blue karate outfit. So these colors are the colors of HTX, which is more of a blue color, and black, as you can see the black belt. So then you're seeing it over and over in these multiple posts from the actual HTX main account. And I did research with Grok, asking Grok, hey, listen, which meme coin community is interacting with all these posts the most? And it kept saying over and over, the Dog community, the Dog community, the Dog community. So HTX, I don't know if they're engagement farming or if they are actually hinting a spot listing, but regardless, it's up to you to decide if you want to engage in this or not. There have been kind of conflicts around the community saying, listen, don't participate in the engagement farming. They're just trying to use us to boost their morale or boost their attention span. And also there are other people saying, no, we need to reply to them because we need to show them that we are in demand, that we are here, that there is interest in Dog on HTX. So it doesn't really matter. I think it's a win-win regardless. If you're against it, if you're for it, I think it's good or bad publicity equals great publicity. That's marketing 101. And just earlier this morning, they did it again, where they had Hodlwood, and the first image of a meme coin was the Dog logo with the altered karate outfit. So I don't know what they're doing, but I'm just going to watch from the sidelines and just see what happens. Now, let's talk about Kraken FX. So just yesterday, I wanted to wish everybody good morning from the Kraken team, from the co-CEO, from the asset listing manager, from Matthew Barbie, who's the VP of growth. Then we have head of organic growth, Bill King, and then also we have Kraken Pro, which is the leverage trading platform, and the exchange itself, Kraken FX. And sure enough, we have the CEO, and we also had Bill say good morning. That's always really important. But here's the thing. Just over the weekend, and this is breaking news, Arjan, the co-CEO of Kraken, officially changed his PFP, aka picture for profile, with a Dog Bitcoin image. Now, why is this really important? Well, you got to think about his reach. So he isn't just like changing his profile just to change his profile. Again, this is a guy who basically represents how Kraken is starting to trade with not just cryptocurrencies, but with stocks and tokenized assets. He is at the forefront of things when it comes to Kraken, right? So when people look to his voice is very impactful and very inspiring. So he changed it. People noticed that. And also, he's just very bullish around Dog Bitcoin. He's promoting the launch of this. I've never seen a co-CEO promote a coin so much of a meme. I mean, think about all the tokens that Kraken have released and promoted and also launched on their platform. The CEOs and their team don't start that much engagement. They don't create memes and they don't change their profiles to those specific memes. That's a lot for you to just take in right now. This is more bullish than you can imagine. I'm so amped for this. I love that Kraken supports the free and fair movement. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get ready for this. I want this whole month to be a promotion to have as much trading volume on Kraken once they list Dog for spot trading. Even down below, Arjan has Kraken the exchange saying DGen's best friend Dog. Kraken, the official account that has over 1.6 million followers, is trying to promote this as well. And all the signs were there in plain sight over the past year. From Matthew saying that runes are going to blow up, you've been warned. From them making a little bit of an article saying what are the Bitcoin protocols exactly. Then the announcement of Dog runes on perpetual trading. Then you had Kraken Pro, which is the leverage trading Twitter page, feature Dog in there when it said Kraken listings. So that was a clear sign that this was about to come. All of a sudden, Matthew Barbie, the VP of growth at Kraken, shared an image saying, wake up, babe, new listing roadmap just dropped. And sure enough, Dog Bitcoin was on that roadmap that sent this thing to the moon. It's going to continue to moon. After that, you saw that Arjan changed his profile to the Dog Bitcoin cameo. And the thing is, you're seeing all these signs with Kraken, but then you may be seeing all those signs with HTX, which I just shared with you in those images. And also, I've shared other images of OKX. Now, I just want to share this specific message before we move on to the charting and analysis. And I need you to know this, okay? So Kraken FX is set to become the first Tier 1 exchange and US-based exchange to list Dog and integrate Rune's protocol for spot trading. Now, after launching Dog Perpetuals, which was roughly around 7 months ago, this comes after Dog had already surpassed $10 billion in trading volume, surpassing any other meme coin, especially community engagement, despite a Tier 1 listing. So I want you to think about one thing about OKX, okay? OKX also listed Dog Perpetuals 7 months ago. It was just like a week or two after Kraken announced Dog Perpetuals. Now, most likely what you're going to see is after Kraken launches Dog for spot trading, I think because of the spot demand growing really fast, OKX is likely next. And especially OKX has already built the infrastructure for the support for runes, because we already know this other scam coin from the runes protocol called Runecoin. They are already listed on OKX, so they already have that support for runes just in general. So for them to list DOG for spot trading is inevitable regardless. All right, so let's go move into charting and analysis. So I posted this image yesterday because I just noticed that the 200-day and 50-day moving average are about to meet and cross. This is called the golden cross. Now this is the death cross. Death cross means that things are going to go down for DOG Bitcoin's price. A golden cross means DOG Bitcoin's price is going to go up. And when I mean up, it's gonna go up. Now let's look at where DOG Bitcoin's price is today. Look at this. The 50-day moving average is getting very close to the 200-day moving average. I will let you know, no matter if you're bullish or bearish, this will not change. This is actually going to happen regardless of how we feel as traders. That's just how the 50-day and 200-day moving average work. And when that does happen, this orange line is going to keep going up, and then you'll see the green line try to pull that orange line down, and you'll see the green line start to go up, but actually curve a little bit too. But this is going to surpass $1 billion in my personal perspective. And just looking at the MACD in terms of the orange line and the blue line, look at the weakening sell pressure off these pink, not red, pink histogram bars. And you're seeing right now this blue line right here start to curve, and that means it's going to reverse up. This is very good. We needed this pullback. We need this huge dip, because you know why? That's another leg up to restart. Because look what happened here when we started pumping. We went from roughly this price all the way up to here. So now that we've taken a pullback, which we're right here, with this retracement, now it has another leg up to go up. That means it's going to go up to $1 billion, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's not even focus on that. Let's focus on the weekly time frame. Look at the weekly time frame, ladies and gentlemen. We have finally a green candlestick. Now, what you need to pay attention to this is, right now, this is kind of leveling out. We're in consolidation with the green histogram bars. Now, look at this. Look at this blue line right here, okay? So in a way, I'm not going to use a death cross terminology for the MACD. I don't usually use that, but I'm just going to use it for this video. So you saw this death cross right here in terms of the MACD, which sent us in a downtrend in a seller's market, but now reversed from a seller's market into a buyer's market. Notice that this blue line right here, it now crossed the orange line and now is going above this resistance level for the first time that we've seen since early January of 2025. This is kind of crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So right here, this blue line is now flipping into the buyer's market. What do you think is going to happen? Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to keep going up. Once it keeps going up, you're going to see more buying demand than selling demand. This is why I warn a lot of leverage traders that are selling or being shorted for DOG Bitcoin's price that you could get liquidated. I'd be very careful. But in my personal opinion, I don't really support leverage trading as well. I even would tell people not to long DOG Bitcoin. But nonetheless, I hear people doing it anyway, so good luck to you. I wish you luck. I just don't advise it, but a lot of people are either making money or losing money through leverage trading. But this is absolutely very bullish to see this go into the buyer's market. This is the very early stage, by the way. I can't wait for this. So overall, to end this video, I'm feeling very bullish. And the reason for that is everything in the charting analysis is telling me that we're heading to the upside, that we're in a buyer's market, that Bitcoin can hit between 108,000 to almost as close to around 140,000, anywhere in between within the month of June. Remember, this is Rune June, ladies and gentlemen. Kraken at any moment can announce DOG spot trading on their platform. Or maybe even OKX and HTX can come out of nowhere, try to undercut Kraken and say we're listing DOG for spot trading. But also you're seeing that the co-CEO has changed his profile picture to a DOG Bitcoin logo. I mean, all the signs are here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling DOG bullish in this video. And I'm going to feel DOG bullish for Rune June. So with that said, let me know your thoughts down below. If you appreciate our videos, if you like supporting this channel, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding DOG on the moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.